It is showtime. It is showtime. It is showtime. I was just taking some last minute notes here to stay on track, for today. So today is day 2 of the prep week for our 5,000 prospecting blitz challenge that is starting on Monday. Totally excited about that. Totally excited to have the opportunity to go live at 4:15 on a Tuesday and not have to be at the job. And having a job is an absolute blessing. And just a huge thanks to the people that employed me, the people that gave me all the opportunities to show up every day and make an impact and help their customers. And that's an absolute blessing to be able to have somebody put their trust in you as an employee to show up. And it was a fun 4-year ride, a fun 4-year experience. Got to make some really good friends as cross employees, and so it's been a joyful deal. Had some really great experience with some customers, but now I'm doing coaching full time, doing my internet business full time, and just absolutely loving the unbelievable freedom of being really focused. I worked my butt off yesterday. Boy, it was a fun day. Got tired, and my wife's like, "Are you going to bed?" I'm like, I was up like I think I did a straight 13 hours yesterday, 14, maybe 16 hours straight yesterday with my business. It was pretty exciting. So completely different take on where my Mondays were before. Hey, Robert. Hey, Porsche. Thanks for swinging by. So we're going to talk about some scripts today. I'm going to throw a little bit of different angle at you in prospecting. And the reason we're doing this, if you didn't get a chance to see yesterday's live, go ahead and watch it. What the heck did we talk about yesterday? DMOs. We talked about DMOs yesterday. Today we're talking about scripts, and I can't remember what we're talking about tomorrow. But I think we're going to go in and actually do some live prospecting is what we're going to do tomorrow on some of the pages, LinkedIn and things like that. So we'll get through this. It's going to be exciting because on Monday, I want to make sure that everyone that wants to participate, hey, Marcia, everyone that wants to participate in this 5,000 prospecting blitz challenge has a fair chance at winning and heading towards that goal. Now, again, it is a goal, right? It's not a requirement. It's a goal. So it's very, very important that you do have your DMO ready to go. You need to really take a hard look at your daily schedules every single day, 7 days a week. That's the only way you're going to hit this all the way up through June. That gives you 38 days to hit 5,000 prospects. We're going to talk about different platforms to do that on. Somebody had reached out to me today because LinkedIn has changed their deal. And what I've done on LinkedIn, and you've got to be very careful on LinkedIn, is I'm connecting with 60 people a day on LinkedIn. That's my LinkedIn connection request because everybody's asking. So far, I haven't ran up against anyone that hasn't responded to my LinkedIn connection request. It's over 14 days old. I go in and withdraw it and do that. So it's having communications on LinkedIn is very, very important. I'm getting lots of people reaching out to me. We'll talk about some different things than that, but right now I want to talk about scripts, and I'm gonna throw a curveball at you a little bit. If you're normally used to warm prospecting and cold prospecting, it's very, very neat. Warm prospecting is, in my opinion, the easiest thing to get out of the way fast, right? It's one is you got to realize that your friends and family know that you're not a business person, right? Although you just started a business, is great. Some people may respect you for that, but if you've never done business before and you're reaching out to them and saying, "Hey, you want to come do business with me?" They're going to be probably no. Yeah, they don't have any respect for you. So it may take you a little bit of time of showing up. You don't want to bug them, you don't want to spam them, but you definitely want to let them know what you're up to. So the basic script. Oh, let me back up a little bit. For those of you that don't know me, if you don't know me, my name is Forrest Knight. I'm a social media marketing strategist. I love helping entrepreneurs, small business owners, and salespeople succeed online. I'm on a mission to have no more empty refrigerators, make an extreme impact, and be an equity creator. And I hope you are too. So check this out. So what I was saying is, in your warm market, it's easy just to reach out to people, and I should say easy. It's easier. I love cold prospecting, but you definitely, if you're brand new, you want to get your warm prospects out of the way. And the most simple way to reach out to them is say, "I'm not sure if you know what I'm doing, but I do X, Y, Z, P, Q. I help people do this. I help people do that." And remember, you're not selling a product. You're you're providing a solution for a problem, right? I help people with, save money, get out of debt, whatever it is, right? That you help them do. You help them make money. You help them start a business. You help them lose weight. You help them get fit. You help them eat right, right? It's not your product. Nobody gives a jack rip what your product is. Nobody cares if it's keto. Nobody cares if it's CBD. Nobody cares about that. They care about what your product does for them, right? So very, very important that you make sure you come across, and it's simply by saying, hey, John, it's been a little while. Say, for example, John's my uncle. He's not really my uncle, but I'm just using him as my test uncle right now. And I'd reach out to him and say, hey, uncle, it's been a little while. I know I hadn't talked to you in a bit, but I just wanted to make sure, just wanted to let you know what I do for a business. I help people do XYZ PDQ. Just wanted to let you know that. If you'd like some information on what I do, let me know. I'll get it over to you. If not, I know I haven't chatted in a while. Let's see if maybe we can get together for coffee or something. Really appreciate it. And that's your message to your warm market. I would suggest if you have your phone number, you call them, talk to them on the phone, and don't get into a long drawn conversation. Just let them know right off the bat, hey, John, this is Forrest. Hey, Uncle, how you doing? Hey, great. Hey, look, this is sort of a business call. I know it's been a while, we haven't caught up, but I definitely want to make sure and get that on our calendar. Maybe we can get together for drinks or something later. But the reason I'm calling you today, I don't know if you know this or if you heard, but I'm helping people do XYZ PDQ. And I thought about you, and I just wanted to let you know, because you are family. I wanted to give you a heads up that that's what I'm doing. If you want to talk about your product, you can. If you want to talk about business, you can. I help other entrepreneurs. I help people that want to start businesses working online from home. I don't know if that's something, Uncle John, that you want to do, but if you do, let me know. I'll get some information. If not, no big deal. Hey, just make sure we get together and chat again. Again, I apologize for not being in touch, but I'll definitely try to be a better nephew at reaching out to you. Thanks for your time, Uncle. Hey, tell Auntie I said hello and bye. And that's your conversation, right? You want to get in and get out. Cold market's a little bit different, all right? Hey, Sabette, thanks for swinging by. So the conversation, and this is a twister, right? And the cool thing about doing a Facebook Live is y'all are gonna say, what'd you say? What'd you say? What'd you say? Just come back and listen to it again. We're gonna go through this, so I don't want to belabor this. So one of my favorite techniques, and I love reaching out to business owners. And the reason I love reaching out to business owners, guess what they are? They're entrepreneurs. You don't have to sell them on the concept. They get it, right? They understand that business is a hustle. It's hard. So going through these, I'm going to hit on some things a little bit, and I'm going to talk about some little bit different ways to maybe put a twist on the communication in terms of cold prospecting, right? Of coming across as a professional in the cold prospecting. I actually went in and changed my title on my LinkedIn page. I changed my bio a little bit. I changed it up a little bit to come across as a complete business owner. Maybe we'll talk about that here. Let me talk about LinkedIn bio. I think I'm gonna do a training on that here probably Friday or something like that. We'll see how things go for that. So LinkedIn bio. So on my LinkedIn bio, I changed it up, and when I did that, it asked me to notify. I sort of created a new position. It asked me if I wanted to notify everybody on LinkedIn, and it did. And it said all this, so I'm getting all these congratulations. Guess what? All of these people are going to get a message that says, I'm not sure if you know what my company does, but I help da da da. So let's talk about these scripts. Let's talk about the scripts. For starters, I want you to think about scripts in two parts. The first part is sort of the billboard advertisement, like the radio commercial. It's the ad, right? That's your first reach out. When you reach out to somebody and say, hi, I know you don't know me. I'm expanding my business in the area. I ran across your profile. Not sure if you're looking for a way to earn extra money online, but if you are, that's what I help people do. I can get you information. If not, no big deal. That's your commercial. However you say that, right? One is you're addressing the elephant in the room. You're letting them know you don't know them. Two, you're telling them what you're going to tell them. And three, you're giving them an out, the option to either say yes or no, right? So that's your basic meat and potatoes. That's your commercial. Everything after that doesn't involve a script. It involves a normal freaking conversation, right? There's no script to the rest of what you have. For example, if I was running an advertisement to buy a car, right? And it will say the new Genesis GV80, really cool SUV, really sexy that Genesis has out, right? So somebody speaking in Spanish, I have no idea what you just said. Robert Nestor says, please come to Brazil. You know what? I might have to put that on my trip to come to Brazil. That looks like a fun, cool. I actually got a travel platform that gives me wholesale pricing that I can plug into and probably get a really good deal on going there. Anyway, so back to St. Louis here. So where was I going? Script. Somebody remind me what the heck I was just talking about. See, Facebook scripts talking about commerce. Oh, the meat and potatoes. So you send out your commercial. Say for example, if I'm in the car business, I run an ad for a GB80, a Genesis GB80. That's the ad, right? It says, you know, somebody's going to see that. Oh, cool. I want to come in and look at that. I don't need a script for when they walk through the front doors. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to XYZ PDQ Motors. Who are you here to see today? Or what'd you come to look at? What you looking to accomplish today? It's a normal conversation. Oh, I came to look at the GB80. Great, absolutely awesome. We have several in our inventory. What kind of, did you have a particular one picked out already? Or do you need to help? Do you need me to help you do that? Okay, cool. What? And then I'm going to sit down. I'm going to qualify them a little bit. Are you looking for something with a 2.5 or the 3.5 liter? You wanting a 7-seater or a 5-seater, right? What colors are you looking for? How soon do you need it? You want a 2-wheel drive? You want an all-wheel drive? I'm going to qualify that. And when I qualify that, I'm going to go find something in my inventory and we're going for a test drive. It's a normal conversation. And as I have the conversation when I'm going through this, I'm going to listen for cues. If they come in with their wife and their kids, I'm going to say, is this going to be like the wife's, you know, soccer mom bus? Or, and that's I always say, is it going to be the soccer mom bus? Or is this going to be more of your like a commuter, big executive style vehicle, you know? And it's a conversation that I'm having with people to make them at ease and have a conversation. So when I have a conversation, it's the same thing on social media, right? When you put out that ad, you put out that prospecting message, the conversation comes back and you can have this all the conversation. Hey, great, absolutely. I'll definitely get that information over to you. Curious, how long have you been looking for opportunities to earn extra money? That's a good comment. How long have you been? And somebody, I know somebody had taught, like, you know, what the heck was that? I think a tree limb just fell on the house or something. That was crazy. It's like, oh, I don't know what that was all about. That was weird. So anyway, let me hold on, you guys. I need to check on my dog. Hang tight, guys. We gotta bring my dog in. Oh no, your mom's gonna be home in just a minute. Okay, mister. Whew, I'm back. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. Yeah, he was fine. He sits on the back porch and he goes down and he gets stuck and the wind was starting to pick up out there. So I thought I'd bring him in here. But dogs are like kids, I'll tell you. So having that normal conversation with people. So whew, catch my breath. So when you have that normal conversation with somebody, so how long have you been considering, or how long you've been looking at some options to maybe earn some money working from home online? Ask that question, which is okay, just to find out. You want to get in their head a little bit, right? So once you have that conversation with them, of course you can say, hey, not a big deal at all, whatever they say. And I don't really care how they reply to it. They may reply with like, what you got, you know, I've really just sort of been thinking about it, you know, something, whatever their reply is, I don't really care, because my next step is going to be just like this. What we need to do next is I need to get some information for you to look at. I've got a short 18-minute presentation that explains the how, who, the why, how, who, and what, or however you want to put that. Explains a little bit more details. It gives you more details about the business. I can go ahead and send it to you. How soon do you think you can be able to watch it so I can set a follow-up on my calendar so you don't fall through the hoops? And I'm just going to wait for them to reply, right? So they may say, just go ahead and send it. They may say, I may watch it now. If they say, go ahead and send it, I say, great, I'll go ahead and send it. It looks like I've got a time to follow up at X. And I'm going to tell them when I'm going to follow up with them. Will that work for you, right? And they're going to say, sure. They're going to say yes or no. They may say, can you follow up with this time? Because again, I'm interrupting them and I've got to give a little bit of flexibility around their schedule, right? So I'm going to set that up. If they just go say, go ahead and send it, I'm going to go ahead and send it. I'm going to say, I'll tell you what, I'll go ahead and send it. I'm going to put a follow-up on my calendar for 48 hours. That should give you time enough to watch it, right? And they'll probably go, so go ahead and send it to them. Then I'm going to follow up in 48 hours. So that's the basic premise of the conversation. I want to try to get in their head a little bit. That's a follow-up. So here's some scripts, and I'm going to throw these at you. One of my favorite ones is if I could show you how to, right? And this is we're going to transition over to business owners a little bit. So in prospecting on LinkedIn, one of the things is I say, thanks for the connection, getting straight to the point. And then, of course, I can go into my script from there. Prospecting on Facebook business pages. And there's two types of prospecting on business pages. We're prospecting people who comment on a page, and then we're prospecting the page owners themselves. Now, here's what's really cool. So we'll talk about that. So prospecting on Facebook business pages. For example, I go to the Aston Martin page, and I look at, and they have the new DBX up there, right? And it's going to have a ton of comments. So on that page, I'm going to look for a post that has tons of comments, tons of shares, and I'm going to go in and prospect those. We're not going to get into doing that right now, but that's the post that's going to say, hey, ran across your post on the XYZ PDQ page. Check out your profile, and it looks like we may have that looks like you may be a good fit for my team. My team gets paid to XYZ PDQ. If you're open to taking a look at what I've got going on, I can send you some more information. If not, no big deal. Enjoy the new DBX, enjoy your new bicycling, whatever it is, based on the page that I ran across their page. So a little bit different twist on the script, right? Because I'm taking time. I'm being a little bit more strategic. I don't prospect anybody that I can't, see their profile, that they're not active, and that I can't send a message to. So when I do send a message, I'm going to send that message to them. But before I send that message to them, I'm going to go find their timeline. I'm going to go to their profile. I'm going to check them out. I want to check out their profile. I want to make a comment on one of their posts, right? And then it says, P.S. I sent you a message. It might be in your other box. So when they come there, it's going to say, hey, I ran across your post. I ran across your comment on the XYZ PDQ post on the whatever page. Again, check out your profile. It looks like you might be someone that might be a good fit for my team. My team helps people do XYZ PDQ. If you're open to earn a little bit extra money, let me know. I'll get you some information. If not, not a big deal. Let me know either way, right? So it's a conversation that's a little bit different conversation because, again, I'm coming from a business owner recruiting standpoint. That's my vision. I'm recruiting people onto my team. I'm actually prospecting them to recruit them because they're not a recruit till they actually enroll. But I'm prospecting people to become a recruit so that I can recruit them in, get them started, and, of course, add them in as a team member. So that's the process there. So that's one thing that's very, very important to understand is that the psychology of how you communicate is very, very important. That's how you have posture. If you come in as a business owner, think about this, that you have an ice cream shop, a roller skating factory, whatever it is, right? If somebody's going to apply for an application, you get to tell them what to do next. Okay, send me your application. Let me see your resume. Next, we're going to do an interview. They don't show up with the interview. They don't get hired, right? It's the process. So once you interview them, the next thing to do, of course, you might do drug checks. I don't know, background checks or whatever is required. So you can do a background check. Then you're going to set up to go through HR, and you can get them all set up, and then you can get a getting started date. Same prospect, and the same prospect applies when we're doing network marketing, except you don't have to do background checks in most cases, unless, of course, you're a driver applying for our rideshare company with my company. But other than that, and that's a job that they're applying for. It's not a business opportunity. So a little bit different twist there. So that's one angle. So that's one way that you can prospect. That's prospecting people on a business page. Now you've got to be very, very careful when you go to Facebook pages that you're not on somebody's personal page. Like you wouldn't go to my Forest Night page and prospect on my page because I'm not a corporation. You want to go to a big boy page, like a Specialized Bicycle page, a Jimmy Choo page, Aston Martin page, a Mercedes-Benz page, a page that has like tens of thousands of followers on it, a brand page, maybe a Michael Kors page, something like that, that it's a brand company that's not somebody's personal page. You don't want to go to a personal trainer's page and prospect them. That is not cool at all. That'd be like walking into their gym and stealing their people. Not cool at all. It's just like going on Facebook. I don't do Facebook groups, so don't ask me about prospecting a Facebook group. I just don't do it. I think it's sort of cheesy. That's just me. Now, you can go into a Facebook group and build value and make friends and get them to come over and look at the stuff, and then you can have conversations with them and say, hey, once you do that friend connection, you say, hey, by the way, I'm not sure if you know this, but I help people do XYZ PDQ. Would you go up and take a look at some information? If not, no big deal. So a little bit different way. That's my approach on Facebook groups. So talking about next is prospecting and working with business owners, right? So business owners on Facebook, and this is something you can do locally, and I've talked about this before, and this is something that you might want to do that's absolutely, I love this approach, very, very neat. You're going to go into Facebook and you're going to search, and I like to say you can search for salons in your city. So it'd be salons in St. Louis, Missouri, right? And when you do that, it's going to sort of bring up like a yellow pages listing. And you can actually go down to see places. If it doesn't bring it up, click on places on the left-hand side. It's easier if you do it on a PC versus your phone. But click on places. It's going to bring up a list of businesses. Click on the see all, and it should bring them all up, and it's going to give you a list. Now, when you open this, it's an actual beauty salon, right? And it's going to have the name, and down the left-hand column, it's going to have all their contact details. It's going to have when they're open. It's going to have their website address. It's going to have a phone number, a real live phone number. So, and it's also going to have a message box. A lot of businesses have automated messages set up. So what you're going to do in that message box, and this is two ways you're going to do this, and then we'll wrap this up for today. I'm expanding my business here in the St. Louis area. I work with local business owners to fill in the blank, and some of the fill in the blanks could be earn additional revenue, save money, get additional tax deductions, get more customers, get more leads, whatever your fill in the blank is, right? That's your business opportunity that you help business owners. Remember, you're focusing on the business owner, not the business, because I know as network marketers, we can't retail our stuff in their stores. So that's not what you're asking them to do. You're not asking them to be a point of distribution. You work with business owners to help them generate more revenue, to help them get additional tax deductions, to help them save money, to help them get more leads. That's your business. Now they maybe getting more leads for their business, right? Or they may be generating additional tax deductions because they're an entrepreneur and they're able to get more itemized deductions on their tax bill because they start an additional source of revenue. Then as a result, when the people come into their business, of course, they can then approach each one of their customers that way. So a little bit different point of view. They're entrepreneurs. They'll get it. And your whole goal is would you be open to looking at some information to see if what I do for businesses like yours might be a fit for you too? If you are, let me know. I'll get some information over to you. If not, no big deal. You're putting that in their message box. In their phone number, you can text them and say, hey, my name is Marcia. I just ran across your Facebook page, the XYZ Beauty Salon here in St. Louis. I sent you a message to your Facebook page messengers box. Cha-ching. They're going to go look at that message. You've got their phone number. You send them a text message. You put the message in there. What you're going to do next, now you're going to put this person, this is a little bit different approach than what I've taught before in terms of cold prospecting. You're working with businesses. You're working with those salons, and you're going to start at the top and work your way down. You might do 20 of them every day or whatever, right? Whatever number that you want to do. So you're going to do all this. You're going to send them a message. The next day, during business hours, you're going to call them and say, hi, my name is Marcia. Or I'd say my name isn't Marcia, but I'm using Marcia as an example here. My name is Forrest. I work with, and you could say the name of your company, whatever it is. I'm an XYZ PDQ rep. I sent you a text message or you're actually going to ask to speak to the owner and say, hey, is the owner or manager available? Hey, the reason I'm reaching out to you, I sent you a message to your Facebook Messenger yesterday, and I sent you a text. Did you get that information? And they're probably going to say yes or no or maybe or what's this about? And you say, great. And you're going to go right back into saying, which again, I work with small businesses in the St. Louis area to help them do XYZ PDQ. And I was wondering if you might be open to taking a look at what I do for businesses like yours to help them do whatever it is that you just said, generate extra revenue, get more leads, do tax deductions, save money, whatever you're offering them as an opportunity as a business owner. You're going to ask them that question. Now, here's the cool thing, and this is taking it to the next level. This is taking it to the absolute next level. If you got it, if you want to go there and create a cool little flyer of some type for your business that says exactly the same thing, and you can have your list of businesses because they're in your local market, right? And one day you can make a list of all their addresses and you can get the flyers in. And the cool thing about it is if you start to collect names of calling, when you get on the phone and call them, say, hey, who's your business owner? And they're going to say, oh, it's so-and-so. It's so great. I'm going to swing by and drop off some information. And you're going to take your business card, you're going to staple it to the top, and you're going to make a flyer, and you're going to walk in and say, hi, my name is Forrest. And they're going to say, oh, you're the one that sent me the information I left. And they may or may not, right? They may say, hey, you're the one that sent me the information, or you're the one that I got the message from. Yes, that's me. Nice to meet you. Here's some information that I talked about. I'm not going to waste your time now. I know you've got a busy day going on. And I'm turning and I'm walking away. Now, here's what happens. Two things are going to happen. They're going to say, hold on, wait a minute. What's this about? Cha-ching. I'm going to say, great. And I'm going to go into a little bit of deal. And I say, here's what it is. I've got a short informational presentation that explains, because I don't want to waste your time right now. Or if you like, when you're not busy, you're not open, we can sit down and have coffee, and I'll be more than happy to go over it with you. Now, this, of course, is if you have the time to do this in your market. If you don't have time to physically go out into businesses, again, this is just next level stuff here. It's not a requirement. It's just adding more juice in it to really build your business and build recognition to get people to know, like you, and trust you. And that's building a rapport with business owners, because there's a lot of entrepreneurs that would love additional sources of income, that would love a way to know that they could work online the next time COVID hits or something crazy happens, that they're tied to their brick and mortar location, right? If they're not doing somebody's hair, shining somebody's teeth, fixing their eyeglasses or whatever it is, or fixing their plumbing, they don't have a source of revenue to come in. But if they're working online, they can basically work 24/7, 365. And if they can sell a low-cost item that sells on a repeat basis and duplicate their efforts through others, they can create a residual passive income that works 24/7, 365 without them ever turning the key in the lock in their business, if this makes sense. So if you think about that, right, if you understand the concept of working with business owners and entrepreneurs, and you have that concept as a marketer and a business owner, you're going to make a huge hit. So hopefully this has driven some value for you. I'm excited, because the reason I wanted to go this deep is because when we're doing this 5,000 prospecting blitz challenge, can't hear no excuses about there's nobody to talk to. I just took every excuse you could possibly find in the world, gave you 3 places to look. We haven't even really dug into LinkedIn yet. We've got LinkedIn, and we didn't really talk about Instagram, and you've got freaking Facebook, and you've got Facebook businesses, you've got Facebook pages, you've got local businesses in your local community that you can go knock on their door and say, hey, here's what I do. I help small businesses generate additional income, revenue, save money, save taxes, get tax deductions, generate leads, whatever it is, whatever you want to go with them based on what your product or service is, right? And you can come in that way. But Forrest, I sell weight loss. How does that do anything? Helps them generate additional revenue, right? Because they're going to sell the weight loss product to their customers, their friends, and their family. It gives them tax deductions because they're adding additional stuff into their already current pipeline, so they get additional tax deductions because they now have more business stuff to get tax deductions for. So yeah, you can say that. It doesn't matter what your product is, right? You can find one of those areas. You get additional revenue. You're generating additional revenue for the owner, not for the business. Additional tax deductions for the owner, possibly, and the business, right? You're getting additional, I just said additional tax deductions. You're helping maybe the business save money depending on what your product or service is. You can get, they can get more customers or more clients or more leads depending on what their product or service is, right? To say, for example, you present them with a product that does XYZ PDQ, and that customer goes out and tells 10 of their friends it's the coolest product ever. That business owner just now got 10 more customers for referrals for somebody that gets their hair done there on a regular basis. So again, I know this is a lot longer live than I normally do, but I wanted to make sure and take away all the excuses that you might have for saying, I don't know, 5,000 people. Well, just took away all those excuses. There's plenty of people to reach out to. You just have to have a system and understand that once you do that initial reach out, then the rest of it's just normal conversation. What would you do next? Think 2 steps ahead, and you'll knock this out of the park. I love you. Jesus loves you. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. I'm on a mission to have no more empty refrigerators, make an extreme impact, and be a legacy creator and an equity creator. I hope you are too. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.